How do you know which pain to push through and which to pull back on? Now, this is such a great question because we're always talking about pain, and there's a certain amount that you've got to work through, but then there's a certain amount that you do work through, you're going to pay for the next day, and you'll like that. So how do you know which is which? And one of the best things I have found to answer that question for you is what I call a rule of two. So the rule of two says that whatever your pain level is at, if it goes up by more than 2, you need to change something. So that's change what you're doing, change your position, look at your technique, take a break, try it again tomorrow, but change something. So for example, if your pain on that 0 to 10 scale is 3 out of 10, when you start doing something, when your pain starts to creep up and you hit that 5 number, that's it, that's your cutoff. And that's also your safety. Because if your pain is 5 out of, or if your pain goes up by 2, then if you go farther, that's likely you're going to end up paying for something you don't want that. So it kind of builds in that those guidelines in terms of when to know when to stop. And if it's starting to creep up, but it's only a little bit more, a half or 1, then you reasonably can keep going. Do a little more and see how you do. And sometimes that pain level will even start to go down, which is great. That's exactly what you'd like to have. So remember that rule of 2. If your pain goes up by 2, regardless of where you're starting at. So if you're starting at a pain level of 1 out of 10 on that 0 to 10 scale, that means when your pain gets a 3, you need to stop. You can't keep going, even if you're okay with a 3 out of 10. It's still your guideline that, okay, time to quit, change something.